Hi, and welcome to Frolic, a game for girls age 7 to 12 to encourage physical activity. In our case, we are trying to encourage healthy habits of activity among girls and also help their parents do the right thing in supporting their girls' physical play. Frolic, for example, typically starts with a text message from the game to a parent suggesting that they give their girls specific time for physical play. When this happens, they hand over the app to their daughter, who can make some decisions about what play space and interests she has available. On the game screen, we can see that the girl has a chance to enter data about her environment that helps the app pick the perfect game for her. In this case, our girl is playing outdoors in a relatively small space. And it's sunny outside. That means nice dry ground for running. And she has some friends over. There are 5 people playing, all of whom can move quickly. And this choice helps us pick games that are accessible to all girls in the group. Notice we're using words like sweaty, or for other games, strong, to help girls reflect on the consequences for their bodies, not to treat physical activity like a chore, but for them to understand that their fun playtime also has consequences for the way their bodies work and the way their bodies feel. Once the app has collected these simple pieces of information from the girls, it will recommend not just one game, but several different games that might fit the girls' play criteria. Some of them, like tug of war, are games the girls may already have heard of. Others, like push-up hockey, are quite specific to the criteria that the girls are looking for and might be unique to this app. In our case, we're going to have our girls play animal tag. Animal tag is a game where players are divided into 2 groups. Each team has an animal. They have to be running while making noises that sound like that animal, and they're trying to tag other players to convert them from one animal group to the other. When the girls begin playing, they get these written rules. They also are able to hear the rules in audio, for example, if younger players are joining them who may be pre-literate, or to make the game accessible to girls who are less sighted or for whom English is not their first language. We also include videos of girls playing. This is particularly important because these videos include a variety of girls with different life experiences, body types, and accessibility needs. We want to demonstrate that the games we create can be for everyone. Additionally, the video will help girls understand what the game should look like in practice to lower the barrier of turning a set of rules into a great play experience. Once the girls hit start, they're ready to go. They put down the phone and start playing. But that doesn't mean that Frolic has nothing to help them. Play supports, for example, like timers, can help the girls play and push the boundaries of how long they're able to be physically active. For example, in this case, we recommend that the girls play for 25 minutes, but perhaps after they've had a lot of physical activity, or if they're willing to get extra sweaty, the timer might suggest a 30-minute game to keep them active for longer. When the girls are done playing, they get to see how they've done. So they played animal tag for 14 minutes, and they get to give us some feedback. So for example, did they like the game, how sweaty they got, and whether they consider it one of their favorite games. This data lets us make better recommendations to the girls in the future. When they're done with this, we send the girls back to the next game in the list. This is a subtle design choice that lets us encourage girls to play multiple games in a single play session. In other words, for them to keep playing until they've hit their recommended daily activity limit, or maybe even a little bit beyond. Let's leave our imaginary girls playing and move over to the user section. The user section is where a particular girl, the girl who's using the app, can see all the data about herself. So in our case, Louisa has played 11 different games this week. Not quite as good as her personal best week, which is 17, but still not too bad. She can look at the badges area to reflect on her progress as a player over time. For example, Louisa has recently gotten the badge of being a curious player. She's played 5 different games that have nothing in common. That's something that makes her special and unique. She can see all the badges that she's received, and she can get a sense of whether she's strong in the aerobic area, muscle strength, or bone strength. And we can see Louisa has played games that are relevant for all three. For any given achievement, she can also see which games contributed to that achievement so that she understands what kinds of activity help her strengthen different parts of her body. Below her badges, Louisa can see her favorite games. This is a quick way for her to get back to things that she's particularly enjoyed. This is another way that we help Louisa develop a portfolio of games that she loves and share them with friends if she has the app present when her friends are present. Similarly, Louisa can look at the games that she's recently played, and for both of these, she can look at which ones are aerobically supportive, which ones support muscle strength, and which ones support bone strength, so that she continues to develop a better understanding of how play can support her health in a non-prescriptive way. Louisa isn't the only one who gets data out of this game. Part of what we're doing with this game is making sure that Louisa's parent continues to support her physical activity. And the research unfortunately shows that parents are less willing to let their daughters be physically active than their sons. So we are presenting data to Louisa's parent to show them that Louisa is in fact doing great on physical activity, showing them new games she might want to play, and generally helping them engage with Louisa's active play. You can see that this father actually has two different children. He can look at both of them and understand what's different about his two girls. For example, we can see that Louisa maybe could increase her bone strength, while Anna needs more variety in her games. She keeps playing the same thing over and over. The app supports parents to have productive conversations with their girls about their physical activity. For example, the parents can receive text messages about the games that their daughters are playing. These text messages include suggestions for conversations they might have with girls about their experiences, such as, what was the most exciting moment in your game of animal tag? This is especially important because we want the autonomy and joy of play to stay with the girls while still allowing parents to be involved. We believe that this game has the potential to be a pervasive force in girls' lives, helping them get active and stay active and carry healthy habits of activity with them into adulthood. Frolic is not designed to be played alone. We also think that Frolic can help games and healthy activity spread throughout communities of girls. In other words, we think every girl deserves a chance to frolic. We hope that you agree. Thanks for your time.